Today we're going to be going through all of our artworks and giving some of them a new life. It's about celebrating some timeless details that inspire us and bringing a touch of the past into our present.
In the wintertime, we don't spend a lot of time up on our third floor, but we have to bring all of our Christmas stuff up since we're into the new year. And we've decided to bring down all of the artwork that we've collected so that we can start actually putting it up on the walls. So this is one of the storage rooms that we have up on the third floor. And as you can see, it's just, all the stuff that we don't need immediately or aren't using right now, including all our Christmas decorations and stuff, which are coming up here. But the other thing that we do have up here are all these artwork that we've collected, or frames that we've collected over the last few years. And I think it's time for us to finally do something with them. So we're going to get all this stuff downstairs and start decorating the walls with all the wonderful things that we've found.
A transformation is afoot. So most normal people start with a space on a wall and go out and find artwork that they want to fill it. We are not normal people. I think this has been firmly decided, yes. So of course what we did was we went out to a bunch of brocantes, and we have some lovely friends, and we have art events, and now we have a lot of art.
Indeed.
And it is a shame for it to just be sitting in well-protected corners, but corners nonetheless. Mm-hmm. And it needs to get out on the walls, and it needs to be celebrated.
It does.
Yeah.
And of course, I create art.
Yes.
And this has always been one of those things for me that, I like having some of my artwork around, but, there's a lot of walls in this house, and, we don't need it to just be plastered with my work anyway. It's nice that we're going to have a wide variety of things. I mean, we do have a lot of rooms, so we should be able to fill them all.
Exactly, and fill them all thoughtfully now. I think we've got a little bit of time for the next 2 months to kind of I want to curate a few more spaces, right? We've got a lot of nice things that we've collected over the last 3 years, and we want to start putting them out in a more thoughtful way that makes the chateau feel more chateau-y.
Well, particularly when you start opening cupboards in this house, and you go, why is that in the cupboard? Like that needs to be out somewhere.
Exactly.
I remember we bought that, or all that kind of stuff.
So, like we said, we'd normally start with a space and fill it, but also we've got some things that are starting to work well together.
Mm-hmm. I think there's some natural groupings that we're seeing in the stuff that we have here.
All right, I think I'd like the two buoys to be a set. Yes?
Okay. Yeah.
I think we've decided, even though this frame is plastic, it's got nicely sealed in and everything, and it was...
Shh, don't tell people it's plastic.
All right, it's a nice wood frame.
Just go tap it.
So there's all my pretty ladies from last year's brocante. Mm-hmm. So that's all Belle Epoque era, if I'm not mistaken, 1888. And then we've got some that are an earlier era. I'm guessing late 1700s, though I can't see it there. Mm-hmm. And we've got a few of those, some of which you've already matted and framed because we had those up in Château before we bought a big armoire to go up there.
Yeah, so these ones, that's right, I did these ones, didn't I?
Yeah, so we've already got a triptych there, which is great. Let's put those up again. I'm in the Balsam Suite, which is where I'm editing right now. And you'll see these artworks behind us. And these are arts that my family commissioned some time ago, back in, I think, late 80s. And we've got a really strong emotional connection to them, but are they right for this room to give it a really chateau-y feel when we're in the middle of updating all the artwork? I'm not really sure. So we might be replacing this artwork, but there'll be a bit of an emotional thing. So I might just need a moment of self-care to get through that. A moment of self-care is always a great reason to bring out my UFO 3 deep facial hydration device from Foreo, Sweden. And right now I am in a conundrum as to whether it's far enough in the evening that I just call it a night, or do I go out the day smelling like a Bulgarian rose? I mean, these are deep problems that I'm having. Problem I am not having is with the hydration of my skin. It has been amazing through the winter so far. This device improves the hydration of your skin 126% in about a week, and also helps reduce those fine lines and wrinkles. And I really enjoy going into the app and finding the settings that are just right for the day that I'm having, whether I want it warm or cool, or whether I want to try a different color of LED to see how that works with my skin. Does it help reduce the redness of my nose? I think a little bit. And of course, we have a deal for you. So there'll be a link in the description below where you can get 30% off the UFO Deep Facial Hydration device. And if you want an extra 10% off, and who doesn't, you can use my code 10Maker to get an extra 10%. So that link in the description, and use the code 10Maker to get an extra 10% off. And enjoy your hydration.
Here are two really fun engravings that we picked up at a brocante. They're just so fun and charming. Unfortunately, the frames are not in the best shape. So I did find a couple of other ones. We've got these ones that are, you know, definitely in better shape with the glass, and they should be about the right proportions for these. We're just going to need to mat them, I think, to get them in there. But yeah, let's see if we can get that working. Because they're just kind of fun and whimsical and kind of nice to have around. Sort of puts a smile on your face in the morning.
Also, I am no expert, but I am going to challenge 3 staples and a bit of shoelace
It looks like
as a mounting suggestion. I mean,
yeah, it's not how I would do it. Let's put it that way. There we have it. There's the first one framed. Matte looks good, nice and tidy edges. Glass is nice and clean, and it's all secure. So yeah, let's just get the other one to match, and then we can get these up on the wall. They work really nicely as a pair, actually. I think these look great in the cafe. What do you guys think? First one up. I don't think that's going anywhere. I can open this door. It doesn't move one bit, which is perfect. And just one simple screw on the top and the bottom. And there we go. One down, one to go. And number 2 is up. I think these look great. Let's have a look at them together. Perfect. I think that's kind of a fun little whimsy added to the cafe, and they're perfect. They're, you know, fruit oriented, whimsical little characters, perfect for the light and fun cafe that we've got going here. My next challenge is to mat and frame this wonderful pastel that was done for us by Hazel Burgess at our Belle Epoque en plein air festival last year. It's a fantastic piece. I love the energy off of it. And we have a nice big frame. You can see the card below it. That's actually the size of the image area for the frame. And yeah, so now we just need to mat it and get it in there. This will be a little more complicated because it's not exactly centered. And you know, we obviously don't want to cut off anything important. So getting the mat just right will be a little trickier. There we go. Hazel's piece is now protected under glass in this beautiful frame. I think that works really, really well. And yeah, we'll just have to find a perfect spot for this to hang in the house. Thanks, Hazel. Both Sarah and I agree that this painting that we both love so much is getting a bit lost in this wallpaper. The wallpaper is rather noisy, and you know, it's hard to put anything on there and really be able to see it well. So I think we'll take this one down from here and find a better spot for it. But I was thinking this might be a perfect place for the work by Hazel that I just framed. And the reason I say that is because it's got a nice big white frame now, it might actually sit really nicely in there. It also has a similar sort of dimension to this mirror on the far side. Not exactly the same, but close enough. And I think they balance each other much better. So we'll put it up here and we'll see what Sarah has to say about that. I thought I would try something.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think that looks amazing. I love how it complements the mirror on the other side. That is a good choice, my love. Good job.
Excellent. Yeah, I do think the balance here is a lot better from side to side to the door now.
I think we need to put the escritoire back so that we have the table underneath the same way.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. I think just having that balance as well would be great.
Well, let me go put that there.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh yes, I think that's much better, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. Don't you?
Yep.
Now
Until we find the matching console table, which, you know, we're on the lookout for.
Yeah. There's a few console tables that we want. For those who don't know, this is a console table. This matches the wall. It's going to be very hard to find something that matches this exactly.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe that needs to go somewhere else anyway.
Exactly.
I'd also like to put a couple of console tables on the mezzanine level as well, between the windows. So
Yeah. That'd be great.
Something to look forward to. But yeah, I'm liking the way that feels. I think we need a little bit of height on there. I don't think the horse is quite going to do it at this point, but you know, we'll find some things to
style it a bit.
Style it out, decorate it a bit. But yeah, I'm very happy with the way that looks.
Love it.
Cool.
I'm going to try to restyle this mantelpiece behind me in La Tour. It's lovely and marble, and I'm going to try using the triangle approach, which I've read a lot about online. Still not sure about the height of the mirror. I like these vases because they bring in the floral motifs, but I don't feel like the things on this side are really living up to that. Like we've kind of got too much dark on this side and too much light on that side. I like the dark candlesticks because they worked with the mirror edge, but I just, this isn't really working yet. I brought Steve in for his opinion, and he lowered it just one book, which I think looks really nice. And then I brought in some artwork from our guests and asked Steve's opinion some more, and then we ended up right where I started. So originally I had these candlesticks with this cigarette holder up here, and I didn't like how dark it looked relative to that, but bringing in the dark green piece and floral piece by Diane then balances out the same dark green that's in here. So that works out well. And now we've got the big floral piece here. Steve's going to get some white candlesticks. Oh, there he is, right there. Oh yes, I think that makes the difference, honey. So now we've got the white and the whites happening. Yeah, do you like that?
Yeah, that does make a difference.
Gosh, that wall still looks really big. We could fit a piece of artwork either side of that.
Yeah.
And it might look even nicer.
We've got 2 downstairs that are smaller than the ones that are in here now.
Okay.
That might actually work okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Our walls are so big and they're so high.
Yeah.
We've got to be able to draw those eyes up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Right? So we need some tall pieces.
Or some... We go right, I was going to say right back to the 1980s and do a big border along the top.
Yeah. Right, so we are underway with getting things up on the wall finally in the chateau.
Yeah, a couple of projects down, a couple more to go.
A few more to go, but that's what we're doing for the winter. So
yeah, exactly. We've got a few things on order, so we should be able to do a couple more projects. And and I've dropped a video for the members about Bui, who's one of the guys in here, and it'll make more sense when you see that video. Mm-hmm. And other than that, it's like and subscribe time. Yeah, absolutely. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and comment, because it really does help us with the algorithm. We think. And we do have a Patreon out there if anybody is so inclined. Find us at Manor and Maker on Patreon. And we'll see you guys next week. Sounds good. Bye, everyone. Bye.